Good morning, students. Welcome to our online classes. Now, today we'll see next leftover topics in our unit 4. Now, today we are going to discuss the topic test of hypothesis. Test of hypothesis or test of significance. Generally, in till now lower classes, what we did, we calculated the solution of the given problem. We calculated solution of the given problem, right? That means we calculated value of the parameter. We calculated value of the parameter. Now, in test of hypothesis, what we need to calculate, you have to calculate whether the given problem is correct or not. What we have to calculate, whether the given problem, that means given data, given hypothesis is correct or not. That means whether we are going to accept the hypothesis or reject the hypothesis, that we have to calculate. Okay. Now see the definition of hypothesis testing. What is hypothesis? Without estimating the value of a parameter, we need to decide whether to accept or reject a statement about the parameter. What is saying here? Without estimating the value of a parameter, we need to decide whether to accept or reject a statement about the parameter. This statement is called a hypothesis, and the decision making procedure about the hypothesis is called hypothesis testing. Okay. Then how to calculate how many types we have? Hypothesis testing is formulated in terms of two hypotheses. How many types? Two types. One is the null hypothesis. Second one, the alternative hypothesis. Okay. So what is null hypothesis? A statistical hypothesis that states that there is no difference between a parameter and a specific value, or that there is no difference between two parameters. It's called null hypothesis. It is denoted by the symbol H0. Okay. The next one, alternative hypothesis. What is the alternative hypothesis? An hypothesis which contradicts the null hypothesis. That means opposite to null hypothesis is called as alternative hypothesis, and it is denoted by the symbol H1. Generally, for mechanical students, we have directly from testing of hypothesis. These all topics will coming from probability and statistics. We don't have those all topics in our syllabus. He gave directly from testing of hypothesis. So we started from this topic. Okay, alternative hypothesis. Then suppose, see here, if we want to test the null hypothesis that the population has a specified mean, that is H0, mu is equal to mu naught, then what will be its alternative hypothesis we have to take? Here we have three types of options are there. See here, what is the first one? One-tail test, that means mu is equal to mu naught and H1 is equal to mu is less than mu naught. Then two-tail test, that means mu is not equal to mu naught. In alternative hypothesis, we have mu is not equal to mu naught. Then one-tail test, that means right-tail test, mu is greater than mu naught. When mu is less than mu naught, it's called left-tail test. When mu is not equal to mu naught, we say two-tail test. And mu is greater than mu naught, we say right tail test. That means according to the given null hypothesis, you need to take which tail test we need to solve. That means it can be one tail test, or it can be two tail test, or it can be one tail right tail test. That means left tail test, right tail test, or two tail test. Correct? So what is one tail test here? Indicates that the null hypothesis should be rejected when the test value is in the critical region on one side. That is called one-tail test. What is left-tail test? When the critical region is on the left side of the distribution of the test value, that is left-tail test. Then what is right-tail test? When the critical region is on the right side of the distribution of the test value. When the critical region is on the right side of the distribution of the test value. Okay? That is about alternative hypothesis, how to take alternative hypothesis to the given null hypothesis, right? Now we need next one, we have level of significance. Level of significance is denoted by the symbol alpha. Is confidence with which we reject or accept the null hypothesis H naught. This is the confidence with which we reject null hypothesis or accept null hypothesis. Generally, in practice, we take alpha value as 5% or we take alpha value as 1%. Okay, these all are the process of testing a hypothesis of a given problem or test of significance of a given problem. Next, here we have errors also, type 1 error and type 2 error. What is type 1 error? Reject true null hypothesis when reject true null hypothesis is called type 1 error, and level of here alpha is called level of significance. And what is type 2 error? Do not reject false null hypothesis. Do not reject false null hypothesis. Okay. So then one more step, test statistic. Test statistic is what? That is called x bar minus mu by sigma by root n. What is x bar here? Sample mean. What is mu here? Population mean. What is sigma here? Standard deviation. What is n here? Sample size. Understand? So to test the significance, to test the hypothesis, what we have to do? First we have 5 steps. First one we have to take null hypothesis. Then second one we have to take alternative hypothesis. Then we have to take level of significance alpha, at what level he is asking. Then we have to calculate test statistic z value or t value or chi-square value. Okay, in coming topics we have t value, we have chi-square value, and we have f test. These are all we are going to discuss. Now here test statistic we are taking z value, x bar minus mu by sigma by root n. After getting the z value, we will calculate z value and we will compare z value with the table value. That means level of significance 5%, 1%. We have standard table values. We'll see here. We'll see in the next slide. Maybe here. See here for 5% we have 1.96 minus 1.96, and 1% we have 2.58 to minus 2.58. These are our table values we have. So we will check the test statistic value. Then fifth point we conclude whether given null hypothesis can be accepted or rejected. When the calculated value is less than table value, we have to accept the null hypothesis. When calculated value is less than table value, we need to reject the null hypothesis. Understand here? So these are the small introduction about testing of hypothesis. So we discuss the test of hypothesis and what is hypothesis and what is testing of hypothesis. Then we discuss two forms of hypothesis, null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. And we discuss level of one-tail test, two-tail test. In one tail we have left-tail test and right-tail test. Then we discuss level of significance. Then we discuss the test statistic. Then you see this one. Here you have the critical region. This left tail test, right tail test, and this critical accepted region and rejected region we have, and here we have the table values. Clear? So this one the rejected H naught and reject H naught. This is the blue color one, and this one middle one is what? Accepted region. So these two are critical regions we have. Okay. So we'll start the problems, then you will understand how to test the given hypothesis. Okay.
Okay, so let us continue the first type, procedure for testing of significance of one mean, procedure of testing of significance of one mean. In the problem testing of hypothesis, if we gave one mean and one population, standard deviation and all, then how to test the hypothesis. Here see the procedure. First step 1, null hypothesis H naught, you need to set the null hypothesis, then whatever the given information is true. We have to set the given information is true. Then step 2, take alternative hypothesis, that means which is opposite to the null hypothesis. So alternative hypothesis consider as H1, then take level of significance alpha, he will mention in the problem level of significance alpha generally 5% or 1%, sometimes we will go for 10%. If he didn't mention in the problem, then always try to take 5%. Okay. For single mean, test statistic Z is equal to x bar minus mu by sigma by root n. What is x bar here? Sample mean. What is mu here? Population mean. What is sigma here? Standard deviation. What is n here? Sample size. X bar is sample mean, mu is population mean, sigma is standard deviation, n is equal sample size. These all values he will give you in the problem. Okay. After getting this value z, we'll get some value. It can be negative or positive, right? Then we have to conclude. How to conclude? Whatever the value we are getting after calculating from this formula, you need to test with the table value. In PPTs, I showed you when it is 5%, what is the value? When it is 1%, what is the value, right? When the table value, then how to write the conclusion? If the calculated z is less than table value, if calculated value is less than table value, then we have to accept the H0. If calculated value is greater than table value, then what we have to do? We have to reject the null hypothesis, that means H0. Okay. So this is the working rule. What we have to do here? First, you need to set the null hypothesis, then you need to set the alternative hypothesis, then you need to take level of significance alpha, then calculate test statistic z using the formula z is equal to x bar minus mu by sigma by root n. This is for single mean. So we have different formulas for two means, then we have different formula for difference of deviation, standard deviations, right? Then conclusion, you need to calculate, you need to compare the calculated value with the table value. If calculated value is less than table value, you need to accept H0. If calculated z is greater than table z, you need to reject the H0. Correct? So let us see one small example, then you will understand. Let us see the first problem. What is telling here? A sample of 900 has a mean of 3.4 and standard deviation is what? 2.61 centimeter. A sample of 900 has a mean of 3.4 and standard deviation 2.61 centimeter. Is this sample has been taken from a population of mean 3.25 centimeter and standard deviation 2.61 centimeters. Test at 5% level of significance. What he is saying here? There is one population which its mean is what? 3.25 centimeter. And we took a sample of 900 members and we tested the mean, we got 3.4. But what he says population mean is what? 3.25. When we tested, we got sample mean is what? 3.4. Then he is asking, test whether this sample is collected from this population or not. Test whether this sample is collected from this population or not, right? So for this, what we have to do? Solution. First, you need to write the given data. What is the given data? Sample size. Given data, sample size. Sample size n is equal to how much? He says 900. Then sample mean. Sample mean is denoted by x bar. Sample mean x bar is how much? 3.4 centimeter. Then standard deviation sigma is how much? 2.61 centimeter, right? Then population mean. What is that? Population mean mu. Population mean is denoted by mu. Mu is equal to how much it is? 3.25, right? Next, level of significance. Okay, level of significance we did. Now see the steps. First step. What is my first step? Step 1 is what? Null hypothesis. Okay, I'll write full. Null hypothesis. What is null hypothesis? H0. What he says here? Population has 3.25, right? Then alternative hypothesis. What is my alternative hypothesis? Denoted by the symbol H1. H1 is what? Mu is not equal to 3.25. Right? Then level of significance. This is step 2. Then step 3, level of significance alpha. At what level he is asking? Test at 5% level. So level of significance alpha is equal to 5%, right? Then step 4, test statistic. Z is equal to, what is the formula? X bar minus mu by sigma by root n. Substitute all values. So z is equal, what is my x bar? Sample mean, x bar is how much? 3.4 minus mu. Population mean, what is my population mean? 3.25 divided by sigma. What is sigma value? 2.61 standard deviation by square root of 900, correct? We substituted all values. So sample size he gave, sample mean he gave, standard deviation he gave, population mean he gave. So we took null hypothesis mu is equal to 3.25. He is asking whether this sample is collected from this population mean 3.25. Then alternative hypothesis we took mu is not equal to 3.25. Then level of significance alpha 5%. He is asking test at 5% level of significance. Then test statistic Z is equal, what is the formula we have? X bar minus mu by sigma by root n. Then I substituted the values. I calculated using the calculator, I got 1.724. I got 1.724, right? So now conclusion. What is step 5? So now table value we have to see. Table Z at alpha is equal to 5%. Table Z at alpha is equal to 5%. Level of significance is 1.96. Is how much? Table value, table Z at alpha is equal to 5%. That means 0.05. That means 95%. Level of significance is 1.96. So calculated value how much we got? 1.724. And table value how much we got? 1.96. So therefore calculated Z is less than table Z. Calculated Z is less than table Z. So if calculated Z is less than table Z, what happened? Accept H0. Accept H0. That means our null hypothesis H0. That means this population is taken from the this sample is taken from the population which has mean of 3.25 centimeter. Understand this problem? Let us see one more time. First, what we have to do? Sample size n is equal to 900 he gave here. Then sample mean x bar he gave here. Then standard deviation sigma 2.61. Mu value population mean mu 3.25. Then we took the steps. Step 1 null hypothesis. We took mu is equal to 3.25. Alternative hypothesis H1 mu is equal to 3.25. Then level of significance alpha is how much? 5%. Then test statistic Z is equal to x bar minus mu by sigma by root n. Correct? So I substituted all the values. And I got the value of I calculated using the calculator. I got it as 1.724. Correct? So table value. Now step 5 in conclusion. Table Z at alpha is equal to 5% level of significance. How much table value we have? 1.96. So calculated Z is less than table Z. So you need to accept H0. That means the sample has been drawn from the population with mean mu is equal to 3.25. Okay, so this is the steps here. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. First you need to put null hypothesis, then you have to write alternative hypothesis, then level of significance, then test statistic, then conclusion, right? We'll solve more problems in the coming classes. Then you will understand how to solve these all problems, right?